So I am trying to write. You just write on your own. I'll also do it parallel. is equals to path number. But again, tell me, do I need to put any restrictions on it? Path number, it is 3 digits hyphen 2 alphabets, right? How to add that restriction? For path number I want to add a restriction, so simple type, path number is a simple type, so restriction base is equals to, tell me what? I can say it is a string only because it's a combination of both, right? I can say it's a string. Base is equals to string, then what? Pattern 0 to 9 should come 3 times, right? Then hyphen should come, right? After 3 digits hyphen should come, hyphen, then 2 capital letters, so A to Z, two, right? 3 letters hyphen 2 the capital digits, capital characters. So we have seen sax parser earlier. Now we will see another type of parser called as DOM parser. What the sax parser was doing is, it was reading your XML. While reading your XML itself, it was firing events, and you have written your handlers for handling those events. But DOM parser, what it will do is, whenever you say DOM parser.parse, it will parse the whole XML and create a tree structure in your memory. You know about what is the tree? Every tree will have a root node and have lot of children. Those children can have children. So DOM parser, it will read your XML document and will create a tree in memory. Once tree is in your memory, what you can do is, by using the DOM API, you can go to any one of the child node, get its name, get its value, get its children, right? So after parsing is done, you will have a tree in memory. Then you have the API to iterate over the tree and get whatever you want, right? But whereas in sax, after parsing is done, is there anything in memory? Nothing. While parsing only, it will find events, it will call the methods, right? After sax parser is done with parsing, nothing will be there in memory. So you have to write your logic for handling those events. But whereas in DOM, what you will do is, you will say DOM parser.parse. It will create a tree structure in memory. It will have it in memory tree. Then by using the API, you will be able to iterate over the tree and get what all information you want from the tree, right? So let's see how to use DOM. I'll create a new project. DOM parser. Okay, I'll write DOM demo in a package com.mysys. DOM stands for document object model. It is going to turn your XML document into a tree object, and you can iterate over the tree object and get what are information. That's why the name document object model is going to convert your document to an object, which you can iterate over later. Okay, so I want a DOM parser. So what I'll do is, there's a class called as document builder factory, document builder factory dot new instance. It will give me a object of document builder factory. This is a factory. Document object factory will give you which objects? Document builder. Okay. So first I'm getting the document builder factory. Okay. Then document builder factory dot new document builder. There is a method called as new document builder. What is it returning? Okay, first it is throwing some exceptions. I declare that it throws. What is it returning? It is returning an object of document builder. Document builder is equals to. So document builder dot, there is a method called as parse. After you call parse, to parse method what you need to parse is we parse a file object. Okay, it will return you an object of document, new file. Now I want to parse the file, purchase order file. Okay, I just want to parse, or we'll parse the same books. What is the file? Yeah, I think bookstore XML. We will parse the same thing and we'll get a list of books. First let us parse this. Okay, then it is returning an object of document. arg.wc3.dom, right? Just run it. No exceptions. Okay, so now I got a document object which represents the whole tree. The whole document is converted to a document object, right? So in a tree you will be having nodes. Let me just draw a diagram here. This is the bookstore. What is the root tag? Bookstore. Every tree will be having nodes. Bookstore. There is a interface called as node. Node is a interface present in package r.w3.dom. Okay, every node in my tree is represented by a node object. Actually, node is interface. There are some implementations. There are various types of nodes, right? This is called as an element node. Element node means for every tag, element tag, one element node. For attributes, attribute node. For characters, character node. For comments, comment node. Right? There are various types of nodes available. Let me just show you this arg.wc3.dom. arg.wc3.dom. here is a node. See, interface node is having a lot of sub interfaces. APTR is a interface representing attribute node. C data section. In my XML there can be a C data, character data tag, right? C data section represents the character data, comment, document, fragment, document type, element, entity reference, text, parsing instruction. These are various types of nodes available, right? But basically I want to mostly concentrate on element nodes, attribute nodes, text nodes, right? Okay. Now once the XML is parsed, it will create a tree structure like this. Bookstore is the root element, and it will be having book. How many books are there? 3 books are there, right? And book is also a node, element node, right? Okay. Then book is having how many? Title, author, year, price, and also one attribute node. Attribute node is category. Again, title is having one more attribute, language, and title is having another node. What is this node? Text node. This is text node. Text also is represented by node, text node. This is attribute node. This is whole is element node. This whole is element node, right? So whenever we have parsed our document, the whole tree is structured, whole tree structure is created, and we have nodes. Now we need to iterate over the. Now what I want is, I want all the tags, all the elements whose tag name is book, right? I want to build a book list. So I want all the elements with node with name book. See here how to do it. Document is it a node type? Document also is a node. See here, document also is extending. The document interface represents the entire HTML or XML document, so whole document, right? So document object dot, there's a method called as get elements by ID, get elements by tag name. If every element can have ID is equals to also an attribute called as ID, or I can get all the elements by using a tag name. What is it giving me? A list of nodes or node list. Okay. So right now what I want to do is I want a list of all book objects like earlier, right? So I'll say get elements by tag name. It will give me all the tags which are having tag name as book. So what am I getting? Node list. I'll say book node list is equals to, I got a list of book nodes, right? So what you can do is, from your previous project you can copy your book.java, because we need the same book.java here also. Okay, now I will iterate through each book node. How? For int I is equals to 0, I less than book node list dot get length, will give the length of the node list, right? I, right? Then book node list dot item. There is a method called as an item which will take index and return you the node at that particular index. There is a list of nodes if you are having nodes. So if you use item and pass index, it will give you the node at that particular index. I. So I can take it in node. Remember, node from arg.wc3.dom. I'll say book node is equals to. So I got a book node. So for each book node, what I want to do is I want to create a book object. So I'll create a list of books is equals to new book. So new array list of book. Okay, and for each node, book node, I want to create a book object. So I'll create a book. Book is equals to new book. Then book node is having what all? Book node is having one attribute called as attribute name is category, and there are again child nodes, right? So first I will call book node dot get. Oh, everything is a node, right? In document I was having get elements by tag name. Don't you think that in an element also, this is also an element, right? I should also have a get elements by tag name. But when I say node dot book node object dot, I am not getting get attributes is there. Get child nodes is there, which will give me list of all childs, but I don't want it. Do I know? Can I say that I know that book is an element? So can I typecast it to element type instead of taking it in a node? Here I took it in a reference of node, but I know that it is a element, so I'll typecast it to element from arg.wc3.dump. I'll tell you what is the advantage I'll get. Element. Right now, book node dot get elements by tag name. Element class as get elements by tag name. Now I can get title tag. I can get author tag, year tag, everything as I like. If I know the tree structure, I can exactly extract those parts and I can take it, right? So I'll say get elements by tag name, what title. So again I'll take it in a node. Title node. Oh, what is this get elements doing? It is running node list. I'll say dot item of 0, because there is only one element by tag name called title. I'll get title node. Now once I get title node, I'll say title node dot get child nodes. How many childs is it having? Title node? Only one. Text node, is that? Okay, attribute. Child nodes means it will give only this. To get attributes, there is get attributes, right? But if I say get first child, I'll get the first child. Can I typecast it to text? is a text node. Title. Title node text is it. I can typecast it. Okay, so once I have text node, title text dot get text content will give me the text content. So I just say system.out.println. Just let me check whether any exceptions are there. I should get all the titles. Am I getting all titles? Right? So once you know the DTD, once you know the structure of your XML, you can easily go to the current node and you should know what type of node is it. So when it is a text node, for title there is only one node, I have get first child. And I know that it is a text node, I call it text so that I can call get text content. Right? So when you know about the DTD or XSD, you know what is the structure and accordingly you can pass your documents like you want. Right? So now complete this program and finally I want this books to be populated with book object. Here in this case I told you how to get the title. Similarly you can get other things also, other things like author, year, price, and one more thing, book is having attribute called as category. How to get the attribute? See, this is a book node, right? Book node is having attribute book node dot get attribute. If you give a name, it will give you the value, right? So you can do accordingly. And finally I want list of books. After this loop I want you to write another loop which will iterate over this list and print all the books. That's all. Complete it. Okay. Set. Yeah. Now, what is cohesion? Once you have written this code, I would like to tell you what is cohesion. English meaning of cohesion? One thing should not leave another. Okay, put it in different way. We are close, but symbiotic relation. Co means together. Doing something together is called as cohesion. Adhesion means cohesive adhesive. You have some word cohesive adhesive. Adhesive means, yeah, each will be separate. They will not stick with each other. Cohesive means everything will be together. So cohesion, you will be hearing a word called as cohesion in Java. Cohesive code. Suppose if somebody asks, is your code cohesive? My code is cohesive because whenever I am writing a class, I will split my class into various individual methods. One method should do one task only. One method should not do two tasks. Right? One method should do only one task. Suppose if you have a complex task which is composed of some 5 individual tasks. Right? You have a big task. For accomplishing that big task, you need to do 5 individual tasks. Generally, people who are learning newly, what they will do is they will try to put all the 5 tasks into a single method. Right? But write a separate method for each task. Right? Then call those 5 methods from one method. Right? So all the then we say that your code, your class is cohesive. That means class is divided into small parts which are working together. Right? Suppose if I give you a task, let's assume that I give you a task. There is a file in which there are numbers separated by comma. A simple text file is there in which there are some numbers which are separated by comma. Now I gave you a task. Read the file and print the sum of all the numbers present in that file. What will you do? Okay, you will read each file line by line. Then split each line. Then store it in an array and then sum it. That's what you do. Right? But if I am asked to write a cohesive class, I will do like this. I will write a class. Suppose a util class, a class I wrote. What I want to read from a file, and I want the functionality to read from a file and then sum all the numbers in that file, right? So I will write like this. I will write a method read from file get list from file, and I'll pass the file path, and I am expecting a list of so here I will write the code which will read from this file, split the file, and give me finally the list of all integers, right? Now I will write one more method, get sum, if I pass a list. If I had written such a code, tomorrow if somebody asks, get average of the numbers which you have read from your file, then what I can do? So tell me, if there are two such methods, what will you do? First you will call this method, get list of all integers in the file, then you will call this method and pass the list, you will get the sum, right? What you said was, in this method itself, write the code which will sum all the integers and return the sum here, right? See, you are having very narrow perspective. Tomorrow, keep in your mind, tomorrow requirements will change. Tomorrow the client may ask, no, I don't want sum, I want average. If average is required, what we can do now? If I have written like this, I can write one more method, get average and pass list, right? So each method is concentrating on a single task. What this file is, what this method is doing? Reading a file, preparing a list. What this method is doing? Taking a list, giving a sum. Here also, this is taking a list, giving average. So whenever you are writing your classes, keep in mind, divide your class into n number of small methods as possible. Don't write a big method. Right? Make sure that in your class the method should not cross more than 50 lines. Max 50 lines. If you are crossing 50 lines of a method in a particular method, think to split that method into. Right? So what I have seen is, see here, many of you have written, for getting title you have written the repetitive code, right? You have split it into second method. So this is a way of writing cohesive class. Right? So always follow the rules. Whenever you are writing classes should be loosely coupled. Yesterday we talked about loose coupling. How to make your class loosely coupled? Yeah, your class might be dependent on some other class. The dependency should be of interface type, and don't create object on your own user factory. Make sure whenever you are writing your classes, make sure that your code is loosely coupled and also cohesive. Means with your class, make your methods as small as possible and make sure that one method is doing only one task. If you are one method doing more than one task, then your code is not. Right? So just want to tell about cohesion practically. At some point of time, I got a chance to tell about cohesion here. See, I wrote a get text method. Right? Okay, any doubts till now? Next, I want to give you a simple example on DOM parser itself. The example is, see, you have Tomcat file stored, Tomcat 6 in the shared folder. Go to the Tomcat folder. Okay, this is my Tomcat folder. I am having Tomcat 6, web apps. Here examples is there. Under examples there is a web.inf, and here I have web.xml. From day after tomorrow, we will be starting a topic called as service JSP. We will be building web applications. But all the web applications will be configured in a file called as web.xml. There, parsing of this XML happens. I want you to understand how this parsing happens by doing a simple example now itself, so that day after tomorrow it will be very easy for you to analyze everything, right? See, what I want is, just I'll tell you, just listen what I want. See, this is the web.xml. If you want, I can share this XML. Okay, it's in your machines also. See here, what is the root tag? Web app. What is the XSD it is following? Web app hyphen 2.5.xsd. It's following some XSD. And according to the XSD, these are the tags. Right? I am not interested in all the tags. See here, there is a tag called as servlet tag. Every servlet tag is having a name, servlet name, and class name. Okay? Now, see here, there are a lot of servlet tags inside the web.xml. Every servlet tag is having servlet name, servlet name, servlet name, servlet class. Right? Now, if I ask you to read this XML by using DOM and prepare a map. Map means it will have key value pairs. Key to the map should be servlet name. What is servlet name? The value of the servlet name tag. Right? Value should be object of this class. If I give you class name, you know how to create object based on this pattern? Paragraph for name, then let's see C dot new it. Assume that everything is having a 40%. Right? So you know that. Simple. Now what I want you to do is, you read this XML, create a map which will have name as a key and value as object of this class. You have to create an object of this class and then populate the map. Right? And one more thing before that, what I want is, these servlet classes you will be configuring on your own. I want you to write two classes. See here, I want you to write an interface called as command, and this interface should have only one method, public void execute. Sorry, interface, no, there is no body. There should be only one method called as execute, right? I want you to write a class called as A, class A, implements command. B, implements command, right? In the execute method, write just write something in class A, in class B execute, right? Now in my web.xml, what I want you to do is, I wanted you to have only two servlet tags. Just remove all the other tags, let them be there, but I wanted you to write two servlet tags, A, com dot mysys dot A, and one more thing, B, class name should be com dot mysys dot, right? Now you have written a program which will parse and prepare this map, right? So to your program, I will pass command line argument. If I pass command line argument as A, I want your program to call A dot, which one is that? You know that A and B are implementing the same interface, right? I want you to call A dot execute, right? If I pass B through command line, I want you to call B dot execute, right? So if you do this example, I am going to explain you two things. One is command design pattern called as command pattern, okay? Right now you don't know what is command pattern. I just ask you to write this example. Once you do this, you will be understanding about a design pattern called as command pattern. And also you will understand some basic knowledge about the next topic, service. Right? Anywhere related to this XML parsing, just do it. After break.